Previously on MetaZoo! A man from the shadows. A catastrophe in Point Pleasant, Virginia. Sam and Adam. Two 8-year-olds that had intuitions. Describing their abilities as powers sounded almost too cliche. For Sam and Adam to not only recognize their intuitions, but also actively train to use them, was apparently unprecedented. And use it, they did. Sam had just secured a lead in the previous inning with a home run. That was at this point par for the course every time he stepped up to bat. It was so expected that one of the outfielders from the opposing team actually pulled out his phone to check his message when Sam teed up. Now, in the final inning of the game, with one out, the opposing team had their fastest runner, a boy named Chris, on second base. And Adam's intuition was screaming that he would try to steal third a split second before the pitch was made. Adam and Sam locked eyes as the ball flew and Chris rocketed from second. Sam's gaze flitted to an area in the outfield where he knew the ball would go. Adam pivoted on his left foot and headed directly to that spot before the bat even met the ball. A mere 7 seconds later, the game was won. The bleachers, decorated with Indrid Cold's wanted poster, bent as parents launched themselves into the field to celebrate the Mothmen winning the Tri-County Championship for the first time in living memory. Sam and Adam smiled at each other through a sea of parents, arms and gloves, and bats being discarded on the field by the defeated Dragons. It's hard to fathom what amazing stories these two would have embarked on had they the opportunity to live life the way it should have been lived. It's hard to fathom what the world would have been had the veil not shattered. But shattered it did. Through the smiles of victory and through the pouted faces of defeat, one sound emerged that tore through everything else. The sound seemed to come from afar and nearby all at once, and in many ways the sound came from within. The sound was not unlike the sound of metal tearing. And even though it only sounded for 3 seconds, it felt like hours to Sam. The sound finally stopped and was followed by what would be described by many as an almost unnatural silence. Then, after nearly 10 seconds of shock, the screaming began. That's the best scream I could do. I didn't know I was going to have to scream.
It's all right.
I couldn't really get that high.
You got it, man.
That's kind of like the seagull I did last time. I don't really have a falsetto, like a, high-pitched scream. That's a tough one.
Yeah.
Anyway, this is horrifying. Look at the flame. Look at the fire and the eyes blasting.
Yeah. Brutal.
She's like melting and like splitting in two. Mm-hmm. Like, is this the veil shattering? Is this everyone is like spontaneous combustion, like energy, like Cyclops blast, like maybe even like exploding into light and then like melting, like,
We don't know. They could be turning into beasties. We have no idea.
Oh man. I mean, I see fire or flame. I see light and I see dark. Like, those are the three auras that I see happening right there, just like exploding.
Yeah.
Whoa, dude.
Crazy stuff.
So they win the baseball game, high-fiving. 2 8-year-olds. Think about how intense this is for 2 8-year-olds. This is total like Goonie style, Stranger Things. Like, the kids are going to be able to handle way more than the adults. They're going to have to.
As always.
Well, I mean, the kids inherit the earth. Mm-hmm. They own the earth. Don't let your parents fool you. They don't know anything. You know as much as them.